Welcome everybody. I think it's wonderful to have such a great turnout on a very hot, nasty Washington day. I think it's indicative of the intrinsic interest in the subject, and I think also we owe a lot of gratitude in that sense to our very distinguished panel of speakers. My name is Eric Terzuolo. I'll be chairing our proceedings today. I've devoted much of my adult life to the U.S.-European relationship, particularly the one between the U.S. and Italy. I was, among other things, in the State Department and served for a time as the Minister Counselor for Political Affairs at the U.S. Embassy in Rome. So this is something that I take very, very personally, and offer a very personal welcome to all of you. But this is not about me. This is about the launch. This is the inaugural meeting of a little, but I hope interesting and valuable piece of the Transatlantic Dialogue, the U.S.-Italy Global Affairs Forum. We have a group of friends, a small group of friends. Okay, I'm up my volume. Okay. A small group of friends realized, or at least we came to the conclusion, that while there's always plenty of official dialogue and diplomatic dialogue going on between the U.S. and Italy, the sort of people-to-people dialogue is not always as ample as it should be, and Washington is a great place to do that. It is full, among other things, of very talented, bright, interesting, and forward-looking Italians, many of them young, which is great, some of them not so young, which is also great. Anyway, thanks to everybody who has helped.
I'm delighted to welcome all of you here to the Center for Transatlantic Relations, and we're really honored to host this first initiative of the U.S.-Italy Global Affairs Forum. As I'm sure many of you know, the number of Italian scholars here in Washington, D.C. is growing every year, and I think it's tremendously significant that now, for the first time, a group of Washington Italians will periodically offer the opportunity to meet with a growing number of scholars, Italian American and others, interested in common issues. And today's turnout on as Eric said, a truly miserable Washington summer day, I'm not sure about the metaphor of snowball, but it made me feel good for a second, is remarkable both in quality and quantity. Every year here at the Center for Transatlantic Relations, we have a highly competitive competition for, Cesare, how are you? I didn't even see. We host a number of scholars who win a very, very competitive competition for fellowships from around the world, and every year the majority, I think it's fair to say, comes from Europe, and several of those from Italy. I think we have 3 Italians right now in residence. In that connection, I'd like publicly to commend Daniele Mauro, who is standing in the back. Wave, please. One of our visiting fellows, a real intellectual dynamo, and the motive force for this meeting. The CTR, as you may know, aside from being an integral part of Johns Hopkins SAIS School of Advanced International Studies, is also the European Union's Center of Excellence for the Washington area. The preposition in the title of our center, we're the Center for Transatlantic Relations, not what you might expect the Center of Transatlantic Relations, is intentional. We consciously strive to improve relations in every way possible between Europe and the United States of America. I'd like also to note the very important historical link and ongoing link between Johns Hopkins University SAIS here in Washington and SAIS in Bologna, Italy. A world-class bridge for the better understanding between our two countries. Your topic today, nuclear proliferation, could not be more timely, and your panelists Scott Davis, Sandy Spector, and Tim McDonald are three of the most qualified experts to discuss it. So, once again, welcome. Good luck with your meeting, and good luck with the future of this really terrific initiative.
Thank you everyone for coming. As Eric said, I'm a founder and president of Italian CC. My name is Ivan Mutina. I myself come from Bologna. I'm a SAIS alumnus. I went to Bologna Central earlier SAIS, so I'm really excited and honored to start this initiative in within the SAIS family. I would just like to tell you just a couple of words about Italian CC. It's a non-profit registered in Washington, D.C. We are focused, of course, in this area. Our goal is to connect Italians and Italian Americans, is those who love Italy, and also to promote contemporary Italian culture. Now, why we decided to support this U.S.-Italy Global Affairs Forum? Well, first of all, you know, like as Mike Halton said earlier, we have a lot of scholars, Italian scholars in Washington, and not many people know about that. Only the CTR has 3 residents plus others, and here we have, besides Daniele Moro, Francesco and Claudia, who are here today as well. And in other institutions, you have also Italians who research and study and contributed knowledge of international affairs. So it's really something that Italy should value. And a goal of Italian CC, of course, is to connect and also to bring together these kind of people. So the day that Daniele Moro, you know, came to me, approached me, and suggested this idea, this forum to develop with Eric, I couldn't be more excited. I mean, I myself study Italian international affairs, and of course, it's really great to connect a specific community like those of Italians who study international affairs, who are passionate about international affairs, and who work in all these institutions in Washington. Of course, it's not only for Italians; it's for it's for Americans, it's for people for Europeans and anyone else who is interested in the relation between Italy and the United States. And by this, we really hope, as Eric said earlier, to contribute to ongoing dialogue on international affairs in Washington, D.C. from people-to-people perspective through academia, think tanks, and conversations like this one where people, everyone can come from the students to the high official. And finally, let me just tell you one more word. I think you already tried the food we have there. We have products from Emilia Romagna, Parmigiano Reggiano and prosciutto di Parma. Apart from the fact that they're very expensive, because when they're imported they're very expensive, and delicious products, they come from Emilia Romagna. As you know, Emilia Romagna was struck by a terrible earthquake in May. And there is still ongoing rebuilding processes. As Italian CC, we're trying to help with this. So we left some leaflets there where you can find our bank account and also a website, and you can find information. And we would ask you if you're willing to help us in this, to assist us in raising funds for Emilia Romagna and the reconstruction efforts. So thank you again for coming, and I hope you enjoy this first excellent meeting.
Because it is estimated that we have around